here from Vegerasta.com, and today we are going to make something very quick, very special, and it will be the basil and mint pesto. Pesto can be really versatile type of the dip or sauce. You can try different greens to test out the ideal flavor that you like, test different nuts, so every time it can taste slightly different. The mint pesto, what I particularly like about it is that the mint really brings the kind of like the very good fresh feeling into your pesto sauce. This recipe is very quick. So basically, in the food processor with the S-blade, we're going to blend 2 handfuls of basil leaves. Just remember to remove the stems, because they can be very bitter sometimes, so I prefer to just use the leaves. We are also going to use 2 handfuls of baby spinach. Baby spinach is amazing, it's very crunchy, and it will bring that crunchiness into your sauce. And I am going to process all the dry ingredients first. So once again, 2 handfuls of the basil leaves, 2 handfuls of baby spinach, 1 handful of the fresh mint, and also half a cup of pine nuts, and I highly encourage you to use pine nuts because they bring that very lovely kind of cheesy parmesan type of the flavor into your pesto. So half a cup of the pine nuts, and also some garlic cloves, and I'm going to use 3 type of the large cloves, and you don't need to. However, I'm going to use the smoked garlic that is now widely available in Tesco, but you can use the raw garlic as well, so it's up to you. So we're going to process it first, and then we will start adding the olive oil and the spices. Right, so it started processing very nicely. The flavor, the smell coming out of the bowl is absolutely delicious. So what I'm going to do is I will start now adding the olive oil, and I usually recommend between 3/4 of cup to 1 cup. So I'm going to use half a cup first, and then we will add more if necessary. And also the final consistency, it's really and truly up to you. So if you prefer it to be more solid, you can use less oil, and if you prefer it to be more kind of like the liquid type of the sauce, you can use a little bit more. So we will process it once again, and then we decide if we want to add more olive oil or not. So it starts looking really nice. Just during the processing, remember to scrape the walls. I'm probably going to use a little bit more olive oil. So I used the half a cup before. I'm going to use another half a cup, so 3/4 of cup in total. And I'm also going to add the spices, so I'm going to use the sea salt. And it's really up to you how much you want to use. I would say up to your taste. The same for the black pepper. And we will process it once again. can really see the consistency. It got very creamy, beautiful type of the pesto. So I'm going to try the flavor, and I will decide if we need a little bit more spices, and we surely need a little bit more sea salt as well as the black pepper, so I'm going to add those. So probably for the black pepper I have added around half a teaspoon, and I would say between half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And we will process it once again. Perfect. And another try, just to ensure that we are entirely happy with the flavor. Yes, and definitely I think that I am happy with the flavor now. So just take a look how it looks. It is really beautiful. Lovely pesto. Just look at the color. The green is absolutely stunning, and the pine nuts gave that kind of like the white creamy consistency that you can see. And also because we pulse it with the olive oil, it also added that additional beautiful color to it. And it can be stored in the fridge in the closed jar for around 7 days. But also you can freeze it, so you can portion it into smaller portions and freeze it. And you can also use maybe the ice cube tray and freeze the small portions that you can just take out of the freezer whenever you need. So that's how beautiful it looks, and you can eat it with pretty much everything what you imagine.